Okay, we're looking good, but we still have to wrap up the wiring. Once again, it's the stator and the rest of the harness. Just need to hook it back up, and then I can maybe give it a test, see if I'm getting spark and everything. Now, with a Ricky stator, you've got 5 wires, 2 green, 2 white, and a black. Well, the black goes to the black and red, which in turn goes to your CDI. And you've actually got 2 separate 100-watt outputs, or one 200-watt output. Well, since I'm using the OEM regulator, I only need 1 leg. It's used to accepting 80 watts, but we're gonna give it 100 and just see what happens. I don't know what's gonna happen. I just don't know. I'm hoping it can hack it. The other 2 I'm just gonna leave as an open circuit. So we'll go ahead and cap those off. Now the problem is, again, this motor came out of the tracker project, and the wiring harness on it was such that you couldn't even unplug it. So we just cut the wires. And in the end result, they're too short to reach as normal by about that much. So we'll be making some alterations and getting that together one way or the other. So it's like, first things first, we need to go ahead and get some ends on this and shrink wrap this. I know which way I'm gonna go, so let's go about that. Alright, what I need to do is cap off 2 of these. And that leaves you with the 3 wires. We have to get male bullet connectors on here. So we'll do that next. Part of putting the bullet connectors on is you got to get this shrink wrapped ahead of time. And so all these wires have to go through a shrink wrap. Okay, so my shrink wrap's a little too long. When you go to install ends on these, you have to have some play back here. And I probably want about this much, so we need to cut that much off of there. Okay, that looks about right. Okay, I'll show you how this system goes together and how to crimp these. These Ricky Stator wires don't have enough meat enough insulation for the bullet connector to make a seal. And especially the black one, that's your ignition, and if you're not getting a seal there, water could get in and you could foul out. And this may not completely solve the problem. What I'm doing here, this extra little work to make this seal better, but I believe it's going to help. So what we want is some meat for that bullet connector insulator to be able to get a grip on. Okay, so the wires are already stripped back. First thing you got to do is put the insulator on, and you got to avoid forgetting that. Many times I'll crimp a connector on the end, and oh my God, I forgot to put the insulator on there. So here it is here, and this shows that it still doesn't have much of a grip on that to make a seal. I think I want to go over that again. Unfortunately, this is unfortunate. This is unfortunate because it's just a plain extra work. Let's see if these will go on here now. This would probably do it. It's like bushing it up to the size you need. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do this. So let's just plain put these back here. Get a new set going. So I don't want the thing to die when you go through a puddle. Okay, next. Now let's see how that goes. Oh, look at that. See, now that's going to make a seal, keep water out. I like that. Okay, so what you do for these, here's what I do. Here we've got Pros Kit CP336F crimpers. If you take a look at these, the jaws can accept different sizes. Right here we're on the middle size. And what I do is I get it started ahead of time in here. Once you start to close down on these, they cannot open up until you've gone all the way. Insulator is on there. Bullet is ready to go. Shove it in from this side. And look through the area here to see where your wire's at. So you crimp it in the right location. Okay. So there's the male half of a watertight connection. Watertight, and of course the female's going to go over that. So I got two more to do, which, well, I'll just do them up real quick here. it's really hard to find the proper bullet connectors you want for a good installation. So now you've got a set of OEM style bullet connectors that'll fit into your existing Honda connectors. Okay, I've already got my clips on here, and I'd like to get this actually going its route while it's still warm. So let's get those done up right now. That way I can form it. And you'll see that in taking this normal route here, you'll see that these wires are too short. And these wires, that's all I've got there. That's not enough to reach that. So they're gonna come up in here and terminate. I think I'll make extensions for these because this already fits here. The green goes into the green and the brown goes into the white with yellow. Okay, so I gotta get an extension here, a double female, and I'm gonna extend these, which are gonna be male by female. So you know what that means. Okay, so here's the final stuff, green, white, and black. And these are extensions. So let's get them on. Alright, so these are going to have to travel through here. I was thinking of trying to use this to hold them down. Kind of hate having it like that, but that's the way it's going to have to be. They can go through here. I can maybe put something over these. The black one hooks directly to the black one. The green and white are going to curl back. These wires are coming back and making a loop back. Okay. So that's all there is to it right there. Alright. So here you got it. In this bundle, we've got our CDI to stator connector. We've got our rectifier connector. And it goes back to the CDI as well. And we have our power for the taillight here. And ground for the taillight. There you go. There's your wiring harness. Tail light hooks up to ground and to power. Got our stator coming in, hooking into the CDI. And of course we got our CDI. Rectifier. So we should check for spark, because I haven't checked for spark yet. We're gonna have to get the spark plug out of there so we can kick this over. It can be done. Okay, Here's the true test of whether this is all going to work or not. Here's the true test of whether this is all going to work or not. Whether this is all going to work or not. Here's the true test. Okay, so we're getting spark. That's good. No messing around. Hopefully that's it and we're all done with the wiring. But we're moving ahead, you know, in order to make sure that you're not missing any of the work getting done on the old 96, put together out of the worst parts from the bin. You have to keep your eyes open. One thing you can do is enlist YouTube to take care of you. Have them let you know when I put up a new video about the xr600r. Just have YouTube give you a heads up when there's a new video about the 1996 xr600r. Here's the true test of whether this is all going to work or not. Let YouTube notify. Here's the true test. Have YouTube let you know. Just have YouTube give you a heads up.